And I was sitting there in my hotel room like this, like I want to die. And then I hung up, and then people started to message me. They're like, "You're getting ripped apart by this radio guy right now, like as being an absolute piece of shit comedian."
And look, he knew it.
I was like, he knew what he was
If you don't know what we're laughing at, you'll have to go back and watch part 7.
doing.
We fucking
Asshole.
we spent our lives hating these regional radio douchebags.
Yeah.
And I just
What's up with you?
can't believe we're all radio guys now.
We are. We're all radio guys. I had a bigger dick, and they go when their dick's showing, they go, it gets bigger. I always tell people, it gets smaller, because I'll see my dick at a stage that I think is small, and then later I'm like, what the fuck happened to that? Like, it'll go further up inside me. If I do like any type of like exercise, any
Water
cardio
sports
or something,
Yep.
Really?
it'll like
Yeah. The penis
Take
does
the blood away from it.
penis.
does it?
Yeah, absolutely. The penis doesn't like to be bashed around and stuff. So if you're doing sports, swimming, or anything where you're moving a lot, it will pop. It won't necessarily go inside. All of it depends how big you are, but it certainly retracts.
Is it like a snail goes back?
Kind of, yeah. It goes in for protection. Yeah, this is not the time I need to be out, so I'm just gonna pop back in. and that's what it does.
Why do boobs not do that when you run?
Don't know.
invert itself. And I have to, but it grows like 1,000%.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But I have to say, the other day I walked in on you and you were showering, and you turn around and I was like, "Damn!" Like you had a really good hang and girth on.
Yeah, that's when you get blood flow. Yeah,
Of the
in a
heat.
shower, in a hot shower, in a sauna. That's when you're looking your best.
There's there's days and there's moments and like.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, it could be like that day that you came in the shower or saw me. I probably hadn't ejaculated in like 4 days or something.
Wow.
And then
Just been playing with it.
I wasn't scared. I was
warm.
I wasn't scared.
I was warm. There was warm water in the shower.
Yeah.
All the the moon and everything aligned.
Wasn't scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Fear will do it.
fear makes your dick
because our
go
little
Everything will.
kids.
Your body will go in. I mean, it doesn't mean that it happens to everybody, but it's a men in if you are actually in fear, like your testicles and everything will come in closer.
Right.
That your body's what's it called? Like
Protecting
saving
yourself.
mechanism where it's like protect yourself.
Yeah.
So for me, I remember one time we had these movers come in, and dude had I was making sure that we were in a bad neighborhood.
Guys, welcome back to the final part 8 of the best of Tom Segura.
And we won't be on the air after this one.
With me, Dan Wheeler. And her. Put your name to this one.
Fuck off.
Like
Her name's Kaz.
pat her on the neck and stuff, and I pulled her aside. I go, my dick's so small right now. And I was watching these guys go through our house.
My dick's so
Why would that make
small,
your dick
right?
small?
What a weird.
He feels intimidated.
Oh.
That's what you wanted to let her know. Not
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
watch these guys, but
I
my
was
dick's
watch
real
these
small.
guys, my dick- I mean, we had for then it was minivans and it was 16-hour drives, to Orlando.
Jesus.
And that was the
That
vacation.
was the vacation.
Disney.
You would
Yeah.
drive from
Minneapolis
down there.
Yes, it was
That's
always
fucking nuts.
They never fucking flew. I mean,
Did your mom drive, or did your dad have to bite that
Fuck
bullet?
no.
Really?
That woman is Peruvian, dude. No. She won't drive on the highway still. Still, she's like, the highway scares me. I'm like, yeah, she drives on side streets. And then she's like, will you get me a car? I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
She also is always asking for the newest laptop. I'm like, you play bridge. Just use a fucking Dell. And she's like,
You
I
don't
want
get
the,
it for her?
She's like, I want the new MacBook Air. And I'm like, why?
She can flex on
It
her
has
friends.
so much capacity. No, I get. Of course, she guilts me into getting it for her. I got her a fucking Mercedes.
Get her an old
She
Game
don't
Boy.
drive.
I got her a Mercedes 3 months ago,
Nice.
and she calls me and she's like, "The problem is it's too high." It's it's an SUV. I'm
Sure.
like, "Yeah, that's how they make it." And she's like,
I get a lowrider
She's
SUV.
like, I need to ask if they can put a climbing device on it. I'm like, a ladder? Like, what are you talking about? She's
I'm with her.
Maybe I switch it for another one. I go, that's on you. I'm done.
I'm out. Yeah.
You
I did my bit. Yeah.
switch it for another car if you want.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, man. Did she didn't work growing up?
No.
Did your dad speak Spanish?
fuck no.
So she taught your sisters. They spoke Spanish too.
Well, what happened was she just like when she got to the like when they married. I'm like, what kind of relationship did you guys have? She knew how to say like 11 words, and they're like,
So
we
we
had
liked
God,
it.
you know. They're both Catholic, and like, so they would just. I mean, I didn't understand like how the fuck this happened. So as a kid, when she was like at home talking to us, meaning the 3 kids, she would just speak in Spanish always. Whether it's like to clean your room, or it's time to eat, or you're late for school, or it was just all Spanish. And then we would usually reply in English, right? So it was like a
right.
All right. Yeah.
I gotcha.
So
but
she
to my
learned- they
dad,
learned.
you know,
Did
she
he
spoke
ever
her.
learn Spanish?
He knew like
A
fucking
little,
9 words. Like he'd be like tango hombre. And one time I go,
Tango hombre.
Yeah.
I go, you didn't.
I have hunger, right?
You didn't learn any like cool shit. And then this is like right before he died. He died like in December. This is probably like in October, September. So he's never said this to me. I'm like, she never taught you anything. And like she's sitting next to him, and he's like, well, there is one. And I go, what? And he said, se me cae la baba por tu chucha, which is my mouth drops open for your pussy. And I was like.
How about where's the
She's
beach
like,
or something?
boom, like she hits. I'm like,
Don't stop applying.
I
What
go,
are you doing here?
that's what you fucking. That's the only.
That's great.
I go, why'd you hold on to that?
Now you know how the relationship.
didn't pass
You
it
know what the
over.
fuck was going on?
Before it became legal here,
Yeah.
I would. You know, when you first moved to LA, friends visit. You get there's like 4 places. You should see this.
Yeah, right.
So I take them on PCH.
Yeah.
And we go. We're in Malibu, and there are cars parked all up and down PCH, right?
Yeah.
And I find a gap, and I
Right.
park. I'm one of 100 cars.
Yeah.
He's in the passenger seat, and he goes, "You want to smoke a bowl before we go to the beach?" And I go, "I'm good." And he
Yeah.
goes, "All right, I'm going to." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So he smokes, and then a California Highway Patrol guy passes us
Oh no!
this way, and then he does a U-turn. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I see him come around, and then he pulls up in front. So this guy had just smoked, right? There's no smoke in the car anymore, but obviously it smells. He gets out of the car and walks up to my car, and he goes, "You can't park here." And I was like, there's like 200 cars parked here. And he goes, "Yeah, they're all illegally parked. I can tow every car here." I was like, "Are you gonna?"
Exactly.
And he was like, you can't park here." And I go, "Okay,
Just you.
just you."
Just you.
And I'm like, "All right, man." And he goes, "So, who's smoking?" He just says it like that. "Who's smoking?" And I'm trying to not like
Grass
throw
your way
him
up.
under, but
Yeah.
thinking that since I'm driving, he's gonna. So I kind of go like. I look at him, and my friend goes, "Nobody here, sir."
Oh no!
And he goes,
He's the pro.
"Yeah." He goes, "Get out of the fucking car."
Not
And I'm
admitting
like,
to
"What?"
fuck
He goes, "You
all.
think I can't smell that?" Yeah. And I was like, "God damn." And I'm just looking at my friend like, "You fucking dipshit. Like, just say something." So then he takes me and he puts me in the back of his car.
Oh my God.
And he's like,
full treatment.
The full treatment.
Yeah.
He goes, "Where is it?" And I go, I really don't know. It's not mine.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying it's his. I'm just saying it's not mine, and I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Okay, we're gonna play this game." Boom, shuts the door. I was like, "Fuck, man." He takes him out of the car. It's a black car.
Yeah.
He's shirtless because he's about to go to the ocean. Cuffs him and lays him bare chested on the black car. Right?
Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
so
My friend's
hot.
Hear him. He's like, "Fuck, it's hot." And I see him talking to him. Then he comes back to me. He goes, "Your friend says it's yours." And I go, well,
Oh, you're
"It's
joking.
not. What are you talking about, man?"
He just
He's like trying
ratted
to
you
pit
out.
it. Yeah. Well, I don't think he said that. I think he's trying to.
Oh, he's playing that game.
Yeah, playing the game.
Yeah,
He's
trying
like,
to
he
find
said
it.
it's yours, and I'm like, "It's not. I don't
So
have
the
it."
guy in the car, the guy cuffed on the car, didn't talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's trying to. Wow.
Yeah, and
Held
so
his mud, huh?
he goes, "All right." He goes, he comes back. He goes, "I got it. It's your car, so it's yours." And I was like, and I get so nervous, right? I'm
Yeah.
scared. I'm like,
Yeah.
I go, is there anything I can do? And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Dude, I swear to God,
Can I suck this?
Give you a
I
blowjob
go, "I'll mow
now.
your lawn."
Mow your lawn.
He's like, "What?" And I go, "I'll mow your lawn for a year." And he's like, "You'll mow my lawn?" And I'm like, "To not be in trouble?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay." So
that was all you had?
yeah, I didn't know what else to say. I was like, I thought that was
Tom is like he's a 14-year-old
I will mow
in a
your
50-year-old
lawn.
man's body.
Yeah.
a very nice
know.
offer. You have clean your lawn.
Yeah, we can negotiate it.
Yeah, man, let's work this out. And so then he opens the door. He lets me out. He goes, "You're getting a ticket?" I'm like, "Fuck!" And I'm thinking I'm going to jail. I'm like, "Am I going to jail?" And he was like, "No, you get a ticket, and I'm going to tow your car." And I was like, "Where?" And he's like, "To one of these like places here." And I go, "Why?" He goes, "Just to make it like difficult on you." And I was like,
Oh, because he made it difficult for
"Okay."
them.
And he's like, "So just wait here for the tow truck, and then you'll just go there, and then you'll have to pay for that too, and get that out." And I was like, "Just to like fuck up my day?" And he was like, "Right."
Yep.
What is your take? By
What
the
a
way?
dick.
Your
Do you
gut
think he would have
reaction.
left halfway through? I think I'd have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this horrible or hilarious?
Oh, come on.
Oh my God.
Has he broken his back?
I laugh. You're sick inside, too.
That's
If he's okay, it's hilarious.
He's not
oh,
okay.
he's not okay.
Oh my God. Let's
That's
go
the
back.
worst thing I've ever seen.
Let's go back and watch that.
I've never seen that. That's
The way
horrific.
Yeah.
your gut reaction. Is this horrible or hilarious?
Oh, come on.
That's no coccyx, probably broken your back, probably several vertebrae. Your spine just would have been like a slinky coming down that.
I laugh.
That happens
You're
no better
sick
the
inside,
second
too.
time round.
If he's okay,
Probably broken your hips.
it's hilarious.
He's not okay.
Cry and the scream.
Oh, it's the scream. It's the It's
That's not even a little bit
Yeah, I
of
see a smile from you.
The sound of him yelling, oh,
yeah.
that's funny.
The whelping
Yeah.
is
The
kind
sounds are funny.
Well, also,
Yeah.
also the ting,
We have the opposite.
ting.
That's funny.
Yeah. Here's look at this slow mo.
Oh,
Oh.
oh
he
God.
did Oh, and then,
And then he
landed
fell on his
neck.
head. Oh my God.
I remember one time
That's
Small-
disturbing.
That's hilarious.
audience and a lady. So there was like a table at 12, and that was like 85% of the audience. And I'm like just like 2 minutes in, where you're like, gauging things, feeling
Sure.
things out, just kind of like throwing things out. She goes, "Come on,"
Oh,
and I go,
man,
"What's that?" And she was like, "Just come on, he's helping you out."
like a toddler.
Yeah, she was like,
You got it?
"You got it." Yeah. And I was like,
Wow, that's
was like,
condescending.
oh
as
my
hell.
God.
I've never heard of that one.
That's
then
another level.
I fucking snapped,
Yeah.
and then they leave, and then the next day the owner's like, "Did you call a lady a cunt?" I don't think it went like that. When I was in Hartford,
I don't think it went like that.
I think you did.
I was doing this piece of shit radio show in a piece of shit building, and they're just like, "Oh," I remember like they had like the fucking oldest board. Looked like the first year a board came out.
Yeah.
And these rickety mics, and they're like, "Oh, sit over here," like to wait, and they just had me sit like there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Is this the waiting room?"
Yeah.
And then they're like, "All right, we're gonna come out of this break, and then just take over." And I go, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Just do like, it's your time to shine." And I go, "What are you gonna ask?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Just do whatever you want to do." And I was like, "I don't really want to do anything." And he goes, "Well, no, man, we have like 30 seconds." And I go, "Okay, but I mean, when you say take over, you mean like I run the segment?" He's like, "If you want to."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Man, last week Bobby Lee was here. He got naked." And I go, "How'd that work on radio?" And he's like, "What?" I go, "Did it play to the people listening in their cars?" And he was like, "Look, man, just do what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Just ask me some questions, man." He was so nervous. He was like, "Oh my God." And he pulled up my bio.
Yeah.
And I had a fake bio, like as a joke. He was like, "So you were in the NFL?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." 6 seasons. And he was like,
didn't know.
420, bro.
Guys, that was the best of Tom Segura. Big thanks to Joke World for their compilations that we've reacted to.
It's been awesome, hasn't it?
It's been good, isn't it?
It's been a trip. It's
Tom,
been good.
if you ever watch this, you won't. But if you ever do, we love you.
We love you.
We think you're great.
We find you inspirational.
We do. Guys, thanks for watching. Please give us a like. Let us know what you thought in the comments. And don't forget to give it a cheeky share.
And come over to our Patreon. It's just here.
Links at
at
the top.
Yeah. And we'd love to see you there for some more fun and laughter.
Patreon.com/The Dan Wheeler Show. That's me.
And if you don't come over, we'll just talk about you in the next one.
We will slag you arse off.